some of the beliefs that hold people back from keeping them to create the wealth that they want to have, from making more money? What are some of those beliefs that says, I'm not able to do this because why?
Because we feel so unworthy for the abundance. So it doesn't really matter how much money you make or how much money you have. After paying all the bills, you don't have much money left.
Taxes, bills, everything.
Right. If you make $30,000 or $100,000 or $1 million, because the cost is going higher.
Your lifestyle. Yes.
Right. And you used to have one car, second-hand car. Now you need Tesla, and you need second home and third home. So you really have to see how to satisfy with yourself with less.
Yes.
And at the same time, you can have more. So you can have more than necessary. But the food prices are going up and the gas prices are going up. So we're almost like drowning in the sea of bills.
Yes.
And then they're just going up, and then we are drowning in that.
Right.
So instead of feeling that or overwhelmed by the bills, you can be creative and come up with the ideas that you can contribute to the world. So by doing more contribution, you get more money. So if you are more creative about serving the world, serving other people with your gifts, with who you are, you can create the flow of happy money, and as a result, you can receive more money. And if you can control this greed in you, that I need to have more, it's almost like you're brainwashed by marketing techniques. And even though you're wealthy, you keep complaining about how much you don't have. Once I had an interview with a private jet owner, and I thought, you're such a big success. And he said, no, I'm just a small thing. Because when I pull over to this special terminal,
It's a bigger jet.
there's a lot bigger jets, and mine is so small. It seats only 6 people, so I feel so small when I pull over with my Mercedes, because they're just Rolls Royce and all the big cars, and then I feel so small.
Can you just talk about this concept of being a money magnet and how someone can become more of that?
So once again, we experience life according to our beliefs. And some people have better luck than others. And some people work so hard, but they're getting minimum wages. So you have to find your place, your seat, your reserved seat is what I call. A lot of people try to sit on other people's seat, which is wrong, because your seat is reserved somewhere else. And if you don't sit on other people's seat, what happens is that you get so depressed, and then you feel so meaningless, so and all that, because you cannot really feel life. But once you sit on your seat, you are so deeply connected with your life purpose. Then you start your magnetism gets turned on.
So how does someone know where their seat is and know how to sit in it and be happy with their seat?
Yeah, so the only thing is ask your heart, what your heart tells you. If you're excited about it, you're going closer. And it's like hot or cold, right? So if you feel more excited about doing this, this is it. So you have to have your heart guide you where you're supposed to be. So always listen to your heart, and then if your heart gets excited about a certain thing, you're just getting closer to your seat.
Do you have a meditation or affirmation process for someone on how they can trust their heart, listen to their heart deeper to know they're on the right path?
Right.
Do you have something that you use yourself or that other people can use?
Yeah, so I always try to have a few minutes, say you're waiting for a car, a Uber, or just waiting for something. I find a few moments and then just try to find my center, and then I just go deeper and figure out where I want to go, and just listen to my heart. What does my heart say? Am I excited about this or not? am I trying to get money? So I'm not excited, but I have to do this to bring money on food on the table. So I always check what my heart tells me.
Happens when your heart is not excited. Like let's say you have a project you're working on.
Right.
You're working. I'm assuming all of your books you're excited about, but maybe there's an event you're supposed to go to, or I don't know, something that you said yes to. And you realize your heart is not excited about this. What do you do then? Do you do it, but then you don't repeat it the next time, or how do you navigate that?
So I want to be a nice person. So once I said yes, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I try to be very careful with what I say when I say yes. So I have a great team. So they'll just check.
You. Yeah.
They'll check. Even because I want to be nice to everybody. So I'm likely to say yes too many times. So my secretary and my team says, Ken, are you sure about this? Yeah, probably not. So can you come up with something?
Well, I'm glad you're here. You didn't reschedule this interview.
Yeah, so, but in general, I'm trying to listen to my heart.
That's
and
good.
That let me hear.
I think a lot of people don't understand the power of a daily affirmation or a daily check-in with yourself, just like you talked about for 2 minutes. For someone that doesn't believe in affirmations, what would you say to them?
So even if you don't believe it, you must be saying something to yourself. Like, this is a terrible day. It's so hot. I don't like this. So subconsciously, you're saying something about your life or about yourself, about your friends or about your clients. Oh, I hate working with this person. Something like that. So I think it's a affirmation by itself. So just write down what are the things that you say to yourself subconsciously. You can probably figure out.
Right.
And is that a happy thought? And then, unfortunately, a lot of the things that we talk to ourselves are negative.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you want to feel negative thoughts like this? Or do you want to pour more positive thoughts? You have a choice. But unless you write them down, you never know it. And then you may find that the reason why you get depressed because I keep
all these negative thoughts,
about life. No wonder I feel depressed. So if all the things you talked about about you are positive and loving, it's what you get.
Yeah, exactly. And can you tell me how we can think about money as energy? In the book also, I saw you writing about how money is energy, and sometimes people try to make it and hold on to it. They want to hold on to it, they want to stack it in their bank as high as they can go, and they don't want to spend it. Sometimes that happens. What happens when we hoard money, when we keep it and we don't let it come and go as energy? What happens?
So I have seen so many interesting things. Like when if you hoard your money, a few things happen. You get sick, and then you have to pay for the medical bills.
Really?
Yeah, or like your kids do something bad, and then you have to pay for the damage. So money needs outlet. So it's so interesting how money flows, and if you don't let out your money energies outlet, it's gonna get bad. It's like a pond. If there's no flow, the water gets bad.
Right.
It's like, think about your health. If you eat and don't go to the bathroom,
you get sick.
what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So to stay healthy, you have to eat right. You have to release right.
Yes.
So for hoarding money, I want to ask them, you're eating so much, but what if you refuse? I'm not gonna go to the bathroom, for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh. You'd be sick. Yeah,
Right, and
you'd explode.
You cannot eat well.
Yeah.
So you have to let your money flow, and then the next flow comes in. So here comes money EQ, the trust part. Trust is the hardest part of money EQ. You have to have the trust that once you let go of money, it comes back. So you don't have the trust. That's why you start worrying. That's why you have doubts about yourself. So instead of attaching to your money, you can say, thank you for staying with me. Just go bless the world and come back with your friends as soon as possible.
Come back.